Greetings, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Let's move this out of the way. Here we go. All is good. All is firing well. Nice to see you all in the chat. Oh, this is a good one. Let me close this window. How big is the Earth? And this is for the intelligent globelings. So I'm going to be addressing mainly the intelligent globelings. Somebody said, greetings, fellow pondlings. I like that. Yeah, I'll count myself as a pondling. First, okay, before we get on to the matter at hand. God, that sounded very pompous. Let's look at this. Okay, test, that's good. Audio output. Okay. Oh, dag nabbit. Let me try one more time. If not, what I'll do is I'll paste a link to it and you can all watch in your own time. So, how the heck, I don't know how that happened, by the way. Sorry about that, folks. Let me play the... No audio. Nope. Okay. Ah, my, what's it? It's my OBS is messing up. Dag nabbit. Yeah, so you can hear me. That's okay. For the rest of it, there's no audio to listen to. I'm going to paste a link to this, which is Dr. Judy Wood, Directed Energy Technology. I'm going to paste a link to it in the chat. It's at 26 minutes. Okay? Listen to her basically say the firemen that reported rivers of molten steel were wrong. They must have been seeing some other glowing thing flowing. That's what she's doing. And then she's positing ideas that people can get a hold of and go, oh yeah, that's true actually, I've seen that. Well, my watch glows, and that's not. That's what the disinformation agent does. Okay, so I'm going to paste that in the chat right now. I'm glad I caught that, some of you guys saying that. No entiendo mucho el inglés, pero igual hago el aguante. Muchas gracias. Pronto haré uno, el domingo haré otro en inglés, en castellano, en español. Un momentito mientras te doy una llave inglesa. Toma. Okay, back to English. Now, the woman there, Dr. Judy Wood, you didn't hear, but if you listen to it, because I just pasted it, okay, in the chat, she says, well, not everything that glows is hot. Like, okay, we're talking about firemen. They probably know a bit about heat. And she says, this is not special pleading, because the interviewer says, well, isn't that a case of special pleading? She's saying, no. It's like, yes, exactly, special pleading, which is bringing in something that's not part of the conversation or the argument and saying, well, in these special circumstances, then so she says, no, I'm going by evidence. I'm looking at evidence. If I'm seeing, right, well, no, you're not seeing, you're just making stuff up. Because if she was seeing, she would have put it in this book, which has lots and lots of photos. She would have said, and look at that piece of paper under that glowing glob, and it's not burning. So I scoured through this to see if there's any such photo. There isn't. There isn't any such photo. But I did find something else interesting and very indicative of the shill, like David Weiss. Remember David Weiss repeatedly saying, there's nothing wrong with the AE map, there's nothing wrong with the app. If you go this way to east, then you go that way to east. Just repeating, okay? So I'm going to show you clear, distinct evidence of shill activity from that woman, this woman, Dr. Judy Wood. See this photo, I'm going to hold it up there, okay? This photo. Just give me a second, that's figure 36. Okay, no damage to the bathtub. Okay, so that's figure 36. Oh, I love evidence. I love catching people. Right, there. Okay. Now, watch. I'm going to turn to a different section. What do you see here? Let's see. Oh, there you go. The same photo. Okay. And this is figure 55. No damage to the bathtub. Same photo. It's a repeat. Why is it under a different figure? It is a repeat. It's not saying something new. So, now I turn, look, okay? So we've seen one. We're now seeing two. I then turn the big section, and there it is again. Okay? Figure 86 this time. Same photo, same thing, no damage to the bathtub. And then turn. And again. There. Repetition. When you want a lie to get hold, you repeat over and over. No damage to the bathtub. One photo, it's not saying anything new. Okay, they're not saying something different in each photo. That would be a good reason to have the same photo over and over, maybe highlighting the area you want to direct people to. But no, it's just the same photo. Okay, in some of them it says, notice maybe this or notice maybe that. In none of them does it say, I'm going to point it here with my finger, look at the freshly concreted area just there. In none of them does it say, look at that freshly concreted area. None. You can see the ground is dry. Okay, the ground is dry. Apart from that, well, freshly concreted hole. So, one. Let's see, how many times shall we repeat this? 2, 3, and there was another one, but I've lost it. Or did I lose? Or did I not lose it? There's 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that's 4, yes. And 4. Okay, so, again. One time saying something that's not true. Another time saying something that's not true. The same thing that's not true. Another time saying something that's not true in the same book. And another time saying something that's not true. Okay, the woman that you just heard saying was to the effect of, well, firemen don't know anything about heat and glowing metal. Why would they? Why? No, because you can have glowing things that aren't even hot. That woman pushed by David Weiss deep inside the rabbit hole. Bong, bitch. Now, that to the side. Let's calm down, steeple our fingers, and move on to the more fun part. Test, test. Oh, good gosh. Patience, patience. Okay. Let's see. I now need to wait to see when the thing kicks over. Thanks for that, Angel Fire. Jeez Louise. It's okay. I can fix it. It won't take long, but I just need to see.
Test.
Yes.
Test.
Okay. Okay. I know what's going on. Whenever I'm showing a screen that's not that's in a different scene. Just a second. Window capture. So I'm going to have to go over that again. It's alright. It's okay. I feel sorry for the one that's there painting, going, this isn't relaxing at all. Right, where is it? There. Nope, that's not it. There you go, that one. Okay, so let me check in the actual stream. So you're going to hear me listening to myself.
So
yeah, okay.
Let me.
Okie dokie. Okay. So here we are. Go back to this. What did I? Oh no! So the other one wasn't. Wait. Let me go through this again, because you probably didn't hear this either. Okay, so Blue Habitats is a pretty academic website. Okay, it shows, well, oceans of the Earth and tables with figures. At the bottom of the columns, well, they have, well, area sizes. Okay, you can tally those up and, well, arrive at a figure. This was the basins. You might go to the abyssal plains, that we're going to do right now, and do the same. So go to this site. The link is in the chat. Okay, I will paste the link in the chat in one moment again, just in a minute. Okay, and same thing. Okay, so where you see different titles, so abyssal plain area and abyssal hill area, go to the bottom and well, take the figures and tally them up. Okay, just add them up, and you'll arrive at a rather sizable number, which is great. It really is. So let me just do that again. Go into the chat. So in a minute you will see a link pop up in the chat. That link is to Blue Habitats, where they have all of those figures in kilometers. If you work in miles, obviously, then convert it to miles. So, and you have a nice figure for the size of the Earth's oceans. Okay, now, and it's really interesting too. So that's Blue Habitats. Now we're going to look at this propaganda from Universe Today. Now remember, Blue Habitat, true, academic, don't care about propaganda, just straightforward. No, this is academia, there you go. And then you have Universe Today, which is, well, propaganda. And we're going to look into it. We're going to look at this. This is what I was reading when I heard the ping. Okay. Talking about Earth's size, okay? And in the era of modern astronomy, improvements in instrumentation, methodology, and the ability to see Earth from space have certainly helped. According to modern estimates, the surface area of the Earth is approximately 510 million square kilometers, or 196 million 900,000 square miles. Determining this was not only a matter of ascertaining Earth's dimensions, but also its proper shape. We're going to translate that into plain English. An estimate is an educated guess. That's right, that's what an estimate is. So, according to modern educated guesses, the surface area of the Earth is approximately 510 million square kilometers. And that's 196. That's what it says, okay? 196 million square miles. This is very interesting. So, just give me a second. When they say this, approximately this, okay, 510 million, when you tally up the number of just ocean from the blue habitats, you find that it's 567,430,381 square kilometers, which is 219 million square miles. Okay? Okay. Now, let's go to this other propaganda. Universal Psi. What is surface area of Earth? Well, let's scroll down. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. I had it hide. Oh, good Lord, that loomed very large. I'm going to read again. And in the era of modern astronomy, hey, it looks like this is just lifted entirely off the other page. It is. It really is. Okay. And in the era of modern astronomy, improvements in instrumentation, methodology, and the ability to see Earth from space have certainly helped. According to modern estimates, the surface area of the Earth is approximately 510 million square kilometers, or 1,969,000 square miles. That's just a little bit larger than India. That's interesting. It's like this, the person who lifted this from the other place, they didn't just lift it. Okay, lifting would be, well, doing this, okay, highlight, oops, you know what I mean, highlight, cut, and paste. No, they've highlighted, cut, paste, and then gone in and changed this. Otherwise it would be the same figure, right? Good heavens, 1,969,000 square miles, that's the size of the Earth? I don't think so. I think, it's a big problem for you. So, let me just have a quick look what this one is. Yes, okay, so, here are the 7 continents ranked by size and population. Now, for the remainder of this, we're going to ignore Antarctica because we, pondlings, know all about Antarctica. We're talking about the oceans, so Antarctica doesn't really count. And we're going to talk about the sizes of the continents lumped together as one great, big, large, fantastical Pangea. Okay? So here we go. Asia, the largest continent, 17,139,445 square miles. Great. Africa, 11,677,239 square miles. Great. North America, 9,361,791 square miles. Great. South America, 6,880,706 square miles. Antarctica, we're ignoring. And for you globelings, it's going to be much worse later if you'd like to include it. So just letting you know now. Europe, 3,997,929. square miles. Australia, 2,967,909 square miles. Great. Oh, kangaroos, so cute. Okay. So now I'm going to fiddle a minute. We're going to go to Google Earth. That's right. But just bear with me a sec. Right. I need to add something. I need to add here. Okay. So that you can see everything. Okay. And also you get to see the cursor. Okie dokie. I think you'll see the cursor. It's not important. Here we have Google Earth, and I'm going to just skip a second so I can see what's actually streaming. Okay, just bear with me. Hello, people in chat. Flat Earth Data. Can I use your map in my book? Flat Earth Data. You certainly can. As long as you don't cut out my signature, and maybe, give me credit, but certainly not cut out my signature. But yeah, sure, of course you can. Okay, so now let me just make sure that the audio is playing.
What's actually streaming?
Great. Okay, so everything is good. Right. So you go to Google Earth and you go, okay, so we have the size of the oceans. We also have this from educated sources. We have this roughly 3/4 of the Earth's surface is ocean. Okay, well, if you tally up the size of the continents, just over 52 million square miles. Okay, that's if you take the continents and you add their land masses together without, what's it here? Antarctica. Okay, without Antarctica. Globlings, if you want, add Antarctica. You'll have 57 million, which is worse for you. Okay, but we're flat earthers, we're pondlings, and we know Antarctica. Now, when you add all of the land masses together, okay, you have just over 52 million. I have here 53 million, but that's for a little trick I'm going to play. Okay? Now, this area here, according to Google Earth, see what I'm using is Google Earth. Okay? So, the area within this circle is, well, you can see there, 53,158,000. Okay? That's this area, inside the circle. 53 million. Okay, so we have land masses that are outside of that circle, and we're just going to play a game of filling up or filling in the oceans inside that circle with land masses that are outside of that circle. Okay, now we have this shape here. We're going to fill that in with, well, South America. Just roughly. Don't worry too much, okay? If you're very pedantic, just relax a little bit, okay? Pretend that you don't have to be pedantic, okay? We're going to take South America and fill up this region here. We're going to take Mexico and patch up little areas too. Mediterranean, I'm going to patch that up too. Okay, so this area here, taken care of. Okay, now we have this area here to go and this area here. So we go over here to Southeast Asia and we're going to take all of that's south. Okay, we're not including these little land masses, by the way. Okay, we're just taking the continents. So we're going to take this area, all of this, so Pakistan, India, all China even, and we're going to fill in, well, about this much. I'd say that would fill in about, I tell you what, we'll fill in this northern region. There you go, we'll fill that in. Would that fit? Yeah, there you go, that's filled in. All of this filled in. Okay, and now we have Australia. So we have Australia, we're going to put Australia, and we're going to fill this in, this area that I'm going round with the cursor. Okay, just this area. That leaves us with, well, this area to fill in. So let's fill that in with Africa. Cool. Cool. Well, if we take Africa and we try to fill this area in with Africa, well, we're going to have lots of Africa left over, aren't we? Aren't we really? We're going to have Africa left over. And this is 53 million. Remember, the land masses put together is 52. It's just over 52. So, even though this area inside this circle is larger than the actual size of the continent, are you getting me? If you try to put Africa here, well, it would be too big. That's interesting. That's a problem for Google Earth. It is. It's a problem for Google Earth. You see, the reason to remove all of this, all of the land masses from outside of that circle, and to fill in the areas inside of the circle, all the ocean areas, would be to make one great big Pangaea, so that we could then take a look to see how much of the rest of the Earth is water. So that we can see whether or not it's really 3/4 water. But obviously you can't really do this. You can't just pretend like you're cutting things out and pretend like you're filling areas up. So you might want to, well, try something else, like, well, looking. We've already established if we tried to fill in this area with the land masses, well, this area would have to be bigger to incorporate all of the land masses. That's already problem number one for the globe. Looks like the continents are too large, just like one of my very first videos that I made on the whole subject of flat Earth. The blue marbles missing continents. And then where are they? What's too much? There's too much Africa to fit the rest of the continents on the size of the Earth, which would have 3/4 of it water. Understand? Okay. Now, please now pay attention to this here. I'm going to move it and center it a bit more. Okay? Because you might want to see and measure things a bit. Well, I'm going to move it over to the left. You might want to measure things using, well, the tools that Google Earth have incorporated. Okay? So, as you see, I have from the north this area, pulled it down to be, well, just over 53 million square miles, so that I could try and figure out how much is left. See what I'm doing? Right. So, let's repeat this from the south. So if we repeat this from the south, we'll then have a band in the center, and then we can try and figure out, okay, we can use various different strategies. We can make circles and overlap them just slightly so that they take care of the gaps that would otherwise, anyway, we can try other things, but first we can do the same from the south. Okay, so we're going to look at the radius, okay, which is 4,332 miles. Okay, 4,332. Now, in order to do this, one way of doing it is to, well, make it so that the yellow line is around the center of the globe. Okay, and look at where that is and go, well, about the same distance to the south. Okay, and then we'll check. Okay, so about here, 4,322. So let's go 4,322. 4,300. Ooh, perfect. Can you see? Remember when I did it from the north, the area was 53 million square miles. Now that I've done it from the south, the area is 143 million square miles. I love finding things like this. Okay? Same radius, 143,442,832 square miles, with a radius of 4,322 miles. Write this down, folks. 143 million square miles when measured from the south. Now we're going to measure from the north again. And the north is just here. We're going to do again 4,322. So, or about as much as I can. I'll tell you what, I'll really try and get 22. There. From the north, folks, the radius of 4,323 miles yields an area 52 million square miles. 53. Let's say it's 53. Okay? In fact, let's make it 53. Oh, it seems to jump. There, 53. We're going to repeat this again. Okay? 53 million, forget the other digits, okay? 53 million. With a radius of 4,341. Let's repeat from the south. 4,341. So 4,341. That's what we're going for. 4, 3. Oh. We'll say that's it. 142 million. Hello. How big is the Earth? Are you getting me? If this, remember what I said, if we could section it off, well then, okay. Well, if this area is 142 million, well, the equivalent area in the north would be, well, 142 million. Right? Now, the ocean is 219 million, according to Blue Habitat. The Earth continent size, the true Earth continent size, is 52 million. $52 million versus 219 million. Remember when I said some educated geologists or geologists, marine biologists or marine geologists say, well, the Earth is 3/4 water. 3/4? Well, it looks like it's 219 million water and 52 million land. That's interesting, isn't it? Now, the blue marble can't accommodate that in any way, shape or form, like we just saw. How can this happen? It's not that oblate. Are you guys in the chat seeing? I mean, how oblate is the blue marble Earth if 4,000 miles in the south radius yields 142 million square miles, whilst 4,000 miles from the north yields 50? How does that happen? Huh? Now, just to show you another little glitch, because you see, what you should be able to do is take, we're going to go back to the north, and then we're going to do it from the south, okay? Go back to the north. There's the north, okay. And we're going to go to the equator. But first, we're going to drop it here, we're going to pull up the grid. Right. What you should be able to do with this tool is take this radius all the way to the equator and find out how much half of the Earth is in terms of area. So look at the figure in the box, 52 million square miles. Let's extend that to the equator. And there's the equator. Wait a second, 49 million. Well, the radius is now 6,200. What kind of math is being used here where radius that's larger yields a smaller surface to the circle? Huh? How's that working? It's interesting. Let's do it from the south now. So here's the south. And again to the equator. Huh. It looks about half again. That's interesting. Half for the north, half for the south. Let's slowly contract that radius. Keep your eye on the area. 47, 46, 44, 43. Oh, it jumped. Sorry. 46, 43, 44, 50. Oh, it's gone up. Look. Above Tropic of Capricorn is 43 million. We're contracting the radius. We're making it smaller. And, 60 million. That's interesting, isn't it? Huh? 60 million? But, huh? But, like, huh? What kind of math is this using? Oh, so again, I'm going to remove the grid. It just makes it more pleasant. Remove the grid. We're going to measure. Now, as you see, when you're measuring, from the middle of a no-place place, which is Antarctica, okay, because there isn't a middle of Antarctica, okay, just like there isn't a middle to a ring. A ring, it doesn't have a middle. The donut hole, that's not the middle. No, a ring in a circle doesn't have a middle, okay? Okay. From this imaginary circle, when you go north, you have this, well, bizarre increasing of area with the radius up to 60, look, 60, 61, and then it drops to 42. That's interesting. When you do it from the north, the same thing happens, okay? So let me find the north, which is just, let me see, yes, just here. Same thing happens from the north. Okay, it looks like they're using some kind of bizarre spherical geometry or trigonometry, and here you are. So right, yeah, same thing. It's growing. Let me contract it. Okay. So reaching the Tropic of Cancer, and 50, and 60, 61, 40, 43. It's interesting, isn't it? It's almost like the Tropic of Cancer isn't an actual size, just like the equator, just like yours truly's map. Now, we carry on, and it doesn't know what to do. Now, considering that when you do this, which is mirroring, okay, I did it from the south northwards, and I've just done it from the north southwards. And the progression, along with the radius of the land, the area, it was increasing as the radius was increasing. And then there was that glitch where it stumbled. It happened in the north, just like in the south. It happened in the south, just like in the north. So it looks like same math for both hemispheres. Except, let's now do from here, from here north. I'm going to go to 4,300, 143 million. Okay, and that's from there. Now we're going to do it from here south. Let's see what happens. 4,000. No, look, 4,300. It's not 140 million. It looks like it's not. It looks like the math isn't real math. It looks like it isn't actual mathematics that we're looking at. You see, I just did approximately the same radius, and we have about a third the size. Do you see? That's not mathematics, folks. There's a problem with the globe. It's been made, for whatever reason, this has been made so you can't actually take accurate measurements of land area, of surface area. Why would that be? Because if you could, you'd very quickly see that, well, actually, if we joined this together like I did at the beginning, let's move that to the north, approximately here. If we joined all the land masses in one big Pangea, and it was about 53 million miles, 52 million miles, square miles, okay, there, oh, right. Then, if we could measure the area, we'd then come to the south and measure up to there, and go, oh, right, okay, oh, gosh, it doesn't seem right, it doesn't, it's not about 3/4 water, so there's something wrong with this. But because they have sealed, because the globe Earth is finite, it has a finite figure. If they work with the finite figures, they give the game away. So instead, they have this oopsie daisies, this kind of, we messed up thing, just like the guy who mirrored where is it? Give me a second. Did I close it? No, I didn't. Just like the guy who mirrored that page, this guy, who copy-pasted this, and this is copy-pasted from this. Oh, sorry, no, wrong one. I closed it. This one is copied. Yes, this one was copied by. Just give me a second. I'll open it. It was copied and pasted, and 2 zeros removed. That's right. From 196 million to 1 million. So give me a second. Where is it? God damn it. I'm going to have to. Where was it? Never mind. You saw it. It was on the other part. Earlier part of the video. Okay? This was copy-pasted, and then this figure was changed to make it smaller. And some people might say, oh, that's just an error. It's like, really? What error possesses someone to do this? Okay, which is copy. Come on. Okay, copy. Then go to your template, paste it, and after you've pasted it, edit the template so that this, instead of reading 196 million square miles, reads 1.9 million square miles. And of course, the Globelinks will say it was just some error, some bizarre error, some pretty inexplicable error. Because, like, you see, you can't just delete 2 zeros, you have to move the commas too. Okay? So it's like, that's, I don't know, just a stupid person who thought it can't possibly be this much. Well, it isn't, it's more than that. And when you look at how much it actually is, the ocean versus the earth, where am I now? 1 second. Here. There. When you look at the actual size of the oceans, and you look at the actual size of the continents, that's what you have. And guess what, folks? I didn't actually consider that when I was doing this. I didn't look at the ocean sizes. I based this pretty much on, reasonable distances sailing, and, of course, the compass when flying around. Okay? It just so happens, when checking this, like, I'm looking at this, I'm doing the same thing in my mind. I'm making a Pangea and I'm stamping it across, going, my gosh, that's very close to spot on. And Google Earth is just so wrong. So you check to see what the Globelinks say is the actual surface area of the globe. And they say, well, the surface area of the globe is smaller. It's smaller because you can't just, you've got sizes of continents, you can measure continents, we can't just make it bigger because the continent sizes and the distances and the longitudes, we can't just add ocean to make it bigger, to make it closer to what the actual surface area of our pond is, because if we do that, well, we can't do it. We'd have to narrow the longitudes for the continents and expand them for the oceans, and people would notice. That's right, folks. I'm looking in the chat. I hope you enjoyed this, by the way. Go and rub it in your Globelinks face. Ask them to look at the, in fact, tell you what, I'll paste it again in the chat. The actual size of the oceans. Actual size of the oceans. Then, actual size of the land masses. They can include Antarctica if they want. It makes it worse for them. Because you see, if you include Antarctica, then the oceans, by comparison, are smaller. That's a big problem. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. Some Nazi fella, Gas Lee says. Yes, some Nazi fella. But guess what that Nazi fella was saying? I'm going to say this. It's going to rub some people up the wrong way. Guess what that Nazi fella was doing? He was saying, hey, you know what they do? You know what the bankers do? What they do is they repeat the lie until everybody believes it. If you tell a lie big enough, eventually, and you repeat it, eventually people believe it. Also, if you tell a lie monstrous enough to incapacitate your audience, the bystander, they will not be able to accept it as true. So if you do something so monstrous, and we see this when there are hideous crimes done, and the family of the person that's done the hideous, some horrible murders, okay? And the mother say, he can't have done, he's lovely. They just can't take it in. They can't accept it. Anyway, I'm now looking in the chat. Human Sheeple, nice to see you here. Everybody else, good to see you. Rock Lover, I am not cool if you call Mark Sargent. I don't know what you're talking about there. But yeah, oof. Things are collapsing very quickly for the shills, aren't they? Have you guys seen the stupidity that's going on? The advert. Hey morons! Here's some morons. And there's a flat earther. It's better when it's flat. Oh. Next, you'll be seeing the imposter, and most of you know who I mean by that, in a tranny beauty contest. Yes, don't surprise yourselves. I mean, don't be surprised if that happens. Trannies can be sexy after 62. Don't forget, it's close to 60. Not that anything with age, just bear that in mind. Okay? Anyway, Angel Fire, just mailed you my extra bicycle pump for the Google map. Oh, yes. Jeez Louise. What a mess. What a mess. And that's Google Earth, where, you know, you're trusting lines. Physical globes, you can actually measure. Take a physical globe and measure how many times the continents fit in the oceans. They won't fit 4 times in the ocean. How many times does 52 fit in 200? 4 times. I love it when things just fall into place like that. Angel Fire, thanks for the pump. Yeah, just now, some of the Sasha, I watched some of your thing, some of your hangouts. By the way, I didn't get a notification that you were going live. Yes, Orphan Red. Yes, it is bewildering that this info has been there all along. Right, so some of I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play J. Tolan Media, who's a Christian, and I forgive him for that. Okay, just give me a second. Oh, I made myself chuckle. Give me a sec. Dagnabbit, it won't play. The audio won't play. Nope. Okay. I'm just going to urge people to go to J. Tolan Media or Taboo Conspiracy 2. I'll tell you what, I'll find it and I'll paste a link. You see, there are flat earthers in the real world. Just 1 second. There are pondlings in the real world who are really doing, well, real, astounding work. Exposing and finding. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... now, Christian, well, like I said, you have to forgive people. Okay. You see, one of the problems, one of the reasons I resent religion is that when religion abuses people, and it abuses people by positing ideas, parasitic ideas, so that they can't see things clearly, like this world clearly, like the mechanisms that run this world clearly. One of those mechanisms they call God. So when you have in the chat, by the way, you have a link to the video I'm discussing, sorry. Peter's projections. Okay, you can have a wrench too. And Danny Diesel. What the heck? Why are you in a different name? Okay, you can have a wrench. Just a sec. Don't tell me they've pulled your channel. Okay, Danny Diesel. Just a second. Yeah, you can have a wrench. Of course. Fresh 75. Good info, mate. Cheers. Oh, I hate doing that. This sounds. I mean, I don't hate saying cheers. Just I hate reading something like that out. Macanders with a Spanish accent. Mic drop. So I'm just giving a couple of wrenches, folks. That's why I'm a bit distracted. So there are flat earthers who are actually breaking new ground, and then there are flat earthers where all they're doing is repeating, going in circles, repeating and repeating what they hear other people. So that which is repeating, but that's repeating what you say yourself, like there's nothing wrong with the Gleasons. See the sun like this, and if you go like that into east, then that's east. You can repeat that, but then you can also listen to somebody else say something that you think, oh, that's good, and you repeat somebody else's words. Okay, so the majority of the big flat earthers, that's what they're doing. Repeating stuff that they said before and repeating stuff that other people have said. Just repeat, repeat, which is what the Christian people do. They just repeat. I'm gonna, damn it, I can't play it because my audio isn't working. There's a Ray Hagins. There's a part in the Bible where it tells you these stories about all those guys, they're all analogous or metaphorical. I think it's analogous. They're not really real. They're just stories. And in fact, the Jews, I'll give you an example of how the Jewish faith works from one kind of mentality. You know how there's the Muslim faith, how one kind of mentality is really peaceful, like really peaceful, loving, they don't beat women, and then there's a crazy lunatic side. Same with Christianity and same with Judaism. The peaceful Christian, the loving, considerate Christian, is the same as the loving, considerate Muslim and Jew and Hindu and whatever. But the Old Testament, which is foundation for Christianity, the sensible Jews know it's all parables and analogies. For instance, you have this story. You have Abraham and some guests come to visit him. And I think it was Abraham. It's not important because it's not real. Okay, but some guests come to visit him. And the people from the town, they learn that he's got guests. So they turn up and they say, hey, give us your guests because we want to rape them. That's right, we want to sodomize them and rape them. And Abraham's like, hey, there's a commandment. There isn't. Then I have to look after people who are my guests. You can't have my guests. You can have my servants and my daughter. You can rape them. So they go out, they get raped to bits. Okay? That's the story. The reason for that story, the Jewish rabbi would say, look, what do you think of that story? And the normal person goes, that's messed up. What the heck? He's daughter. That's the normal human reaction. And the rabbi says, good. That's the point of that story. To make you go, no, that's wrong. But then there's the other people go, well, if it was his faith, and that person, the rabbi makes a note, watch that one. That's a freaking crazy. That's how it goes. And there's the Christians who know the same about the Christian part of the Bible. But no, it's not. It's about just generally being all right with the world and not messing up and cooperating and trying to help the weaker. The weakest. Try and help the weakest. But then there's all the parasitic stuff, like when the guy says, well, if it was his God told him you have to look after your guests, well, what are you going to do? You know, you got to rabble outside, well, give him your daughter and a few servants, and I can rape them instead. See, that, people who don't understand, when that's the reaction, that's a parasitic thought. So when people say, if you don't beg forgiveness from Jesus, you're doomed to burn, suffer forever in hell, unless you ask forgiveness of Jesus. People who say that, they don't realize they've got a parasitic thought. It's a parasite. You see, and this is not going to be the one about religion, I'll do that later. In order to suffer forever and ever, okay, any situation, you keep banging yourself here just repeatedly, it's going to, after a while, it's going to really, really hurt. And after a while, it will go completely numb and you won't even feel it, okay? Anything. You're burning in a lake of fire. After a while, well, all of your nerve endings would no longer function and it wouldn't burn anymore. So if it's going to continue burning, then God must be putting extra effort into regenerating those nerve endings so that you can carry on feeling the pain. That's not very godly and very good. So, parasitic thoughts. The globe, we know, the globe is a parasitic thought. There are intelligent globelings who look at this and go, okay, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, no, the oceans on the Google Earth and on my globes, the oceans should be rather a lot bigger. You can't make them bigger because that would separate the continents. Because you can't increase the continent size. That would just, that wouldn't work. Okay, so you can't just, that will mess up the longitudes. That's a problem. So there are intelligent globelings who see that and go, it doesn't matter because it's a globe anyway. It's a parasite. Ninja Master Boro, retracted. Can I have a wrench? I found over 300 million miles squared area on Google Earth. It was like 150 million. Yeah, you can have a wrench. Check from Antarctica. I will check from Antarctica. I did check from Antarctica, but I didn't find it. But yes, I will do that now. So I've just given you a wrench. Okay. I found, so I'm going to read the message out. Can I have a wrench? Of course, you've got a wrench. I found over 300 million miles squared area on Google Earth. It was like 150 million miles, then went up to 300 million all of a sudden and went back down. I'm going to check now. Zenboy writes, are you referencing Gnosticism and the Demiurge? Nope. I'm not referencing anything like that. I'm just pointing out that there are parasitic thoughts that come in the guise of science, that come in the guise of adherence to authority, that come in the guise of religion. Okay, so I'm now back in Google Earth. I'm not going to share photos because I might not find it and it'd be really frustrating. When I see people doing that, I find it really frustrating. Right, so I'm going to Antarctica and I'm going to start increase. I'm looking, and what I will do, Zenboy, I think that was your name. If I don't find it, I'm going to ask you to make a video of it, please. Because I don't doubt it. I can show you a couple of very weird things. No, very weird things with Google Earth. Just give me a second. Let me go back into the chat. Hi from La Plata, Jorge Trujillo. Saludos. Ahora te doy una llave. Antonio must hold some kind of record for handing out wrenches. Hammond Walker, how are you? Has a new 1 to 6 what commercial for more functions on his app? I recommend the deceptions we do for money. Team Subirat's brilliant. Aye. Hammond Walker, you missed the start of this. I tell you, if I can find it. I played a video of Dr. Judy Wood, who's asked, hey, you say it wasn't hot after the World Trade Center collapse. You said not heat, okay? Just space weapons disintegrated without heat, okay? But there's firemen who said really hot and rivers of molten metal. Firemen, rivers of molten metal. Well, how does that pair up with your no heat? And she says, well, not everything that glows is hot. Oh, that's interesting. That wasn't the question. Question is, firemen, hot? They said it was like a foundry. Not just hot, not just... And there were glowing things flowing. There was just glowing liquid flowing. No, they said it was like a foundry. That means a lot of heat. So much heat, you could end up with a permanent sunburn or permanent tan. Sorry, I was just reading a comment. What was I going to do, Dagnabbit? Oh yeah, I'm looking for Zen. What was it? Zenboy Antonio in was it Zenboy? The guy or girl who was saying about all the sites from Antarctica. Where is it? Ninja Master Bro. Okay, so Ninja Master Bro. I think they have a wrench now. Let me see. Yeah, they have a wrench. Would you let me know where it was in Antarctica? Oh, that's a good one. Peter's projection. We'll always find problems with the globe on Google Earth as it's a very posh toy app. Ha! That's good. Because you know how the globing say, oh, gyroscopes, all of them, toys. What about ones in planes? They're special so that they don't show drift. Like, really? Don't they have to show drift? So to work as... To work? Don't they have to? You know? Like... Anyway. In my opinion, is there a creator? No. There is no creator. But I think you might be asking, in your opinion, is there a supreme being? Yes, of course there is. A creator? No. Because a creator would have to create, which would mean the thing that it had to create didn't exist and then existed. No. Take away, that's a limited, that's due to how our education has been curtailed, okay? We think anything that exists must have come from a point of not existing and then started to exist. Like, really? If you spend some time looking at your family tree or lineage or population of Earth, and you look at the figures, look at the numbers, and look at the time, you'll go, there's something very wrong here. This doesn't add up at all. It doesn't add up. But we've been taught, and it's very insidious, there was nothing and then something. And we think, well, we came from nothing. And no, you didn't. You came from the Supreme Being's realm into this realm. And the matter that makes you was in this realm already and came from this realm. The matter that makes you. Hola. Wobbly Boost, long time. Wait a minute, Bobby, because Landucci is an imposter. I don't know if imposter, but I think she'll. But yeah, I know what you mean. Leticia Donders. Greetings. Hello, Leticia. ¿Cómo estás? Sorry, I'm catching up. Argentina. So, okay, here's something for you all. South Africa is instrumental for completely destroying the globe myth, just from readings. Okay. So is Australia. But Australia has such a hodgepodge and such a widely spread population and so sparsely populated too, that they're saying, Argentina and Chile are instrumental. Argentina has a lot more people. So Argentina is instrumental for deflating the globe with just observations. So giving out a wrench. Ant Lib, and moderator. 1 second. Let me see. Somebody was asking something. When is your book available again? Oh, Dave Hinkle. Sorry, I've been meaning to get another. So I've been meaning to get another print done. In fact, I said that I would 2 weeks ago, and I haven't. But I need to go into the master copy, change some of the errors, like bizarre typos, replace the maps that were in the book with the new maps, and then print. Okay, so it will not be long. Let's see, we're Monday going into Tuesday. Well, we're in Tuesday now. I'll try to get it done by the end of the week, and then I'll know when the books will arrive. Thanks for your question. It's something that's been on my mind. Jorge Trujillo, I'm reading your book about in Santiago de Chile. Good. I hope you're enjoying it. I think Ricky did a really good job. Yeah. Somebody was asking why. Let's see. What? Oh. Sorry, the chat just. Okay. Imagine this, folks. Imagine that there's a flat earther who's pretty well off, okay, whose parents are pretty well off. And that flat earther doesn't dip his hand in his pocket to go to conferences, and instead asks other people to pay for him to go to conferences. What am I talking about? Iru Landucci and Guillermo Wood. Sorry, but dude, if you're an architect, you have an architecting firm, then you're well off. Because if you're not working as an architect, then you haven't got an architect's firm. So then, don't say it. No? Anyway. I'm looking at the chat. Anyway, just... Hay gente que es muy interesada. Que el momento que ven que aquí hay fama, ¡boom! Y cuando la fama está aquí, ¡oh! ¿Me entendéis? Esos son interesados y esa gente a mí no me interesa. O sea, no thanks. I'm looking for a comment, but I've lost it. Sorry, dude. Yes, so Leonel de la Torre, disculpa, de la Torre. I was born in La Patagonia. Many things can't work from the globe matrix. The sun doesn't behave like it's expected. That's right. Now, I heard something just recently. Y se da crédito del libro y encima lo critica. Victoria. You can have a wrench too. ¿Cómo que me da crédito del libro? No me tiene que dar crédito del libro. El libro me da crédito. Él no es quien dar crédito. Understand? ¿Entiendes? ¿Quién es él para dar crédito? Es una casa de publicidad. ¿Quién es? Nadie, un tío en YouTube. Bueno, okay. Something just, this is interesting. Sasha, you like this? There's a place in Venezuela where they have like 300 days, or nights actually. This is interesting. 300 nights of lightning storms every year. I'm gonna pull up a video and show you. And this is interesting. Right, I'm gonna close Google Earth because it's taking up resources. Just give me a second. Right. Wait, I'm gonna paste a link one more time to Blue Habitat. Go and check yourself, folks. Copy. Paste. Ok. Victoria, ¿compraste tú un libro de Iru o de Ricky? Yes. ¿Lo compraste de Iru o de Ricky? Telephasis has suggested that the ultimate is not a sentient being, maybe more like the ground and tree that comes out of and the fruit it produces. Zemboy. Yeah, Theory Epiphasis is a bit lost because he still thinks he's on a globe, so he can't make sense of the world properly. He doesn't realize which of his thoughts, with all his superluminous intelligence, he doesn't realize which of his thoughts are parasitic. He hasn't he hasn't purged himself. Victoria, he said in a live video that he sold more books than you. That isn't nice. That isn't nice. Okay, maybe I heard you, I read you wrong earlier. It's, okay, Ricky has sold more books. Absolutely, a lot more. But I don't think Iru has. Tengo el de Richard, claro. Todos tienen el de Richard. Porque los vendió Richard, no Iru. Rock Lover. Karen B is lovely. Any girl with correctly spelt tattoos. Ok. A ver. DHG Sis. Saludos. Tengo muchas ganas de que lo hayáis leído. Vosotros ahí en Argentina y en Sudamérica. Después de leerlo, que penséis, acabo de tener una idea de cómo voy a investigar esto, vuestra propia cosa, ¡pum! Y tiraros y investigar, mirar el sol, mirar la luna. El próximo grande que voy a hacer es la luna. Mirar el sol, la luna, los relámpagos de Venezuela. Yes, Victoria, so you got mine too. Oh, cool. A lot of poetry, yes, but still, altogether, good translation. I think it's a good translation. I enjoyed it. Greetings from Scotland. You're gonna have a flatsa. Gonna have a wrench. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I was gonna find a video about the lightning in Venezuela, o Venezuela, como decimos en España, en España. Okay, Sasha, Sasha, okay, get this, magnetic anomaly, sun, an end of sun, massive discharge. So now I'm going to go and find the video. Just give me a second. Did I just paste a link? I just went to a second. Pablo Lanata. Que disfrutes, macho. Sorry, 1 second. I'm going to give a wrench, then I'm going to paste. So add wrench, add moderator. Now I'm going to paste again the Blue Habitats link. There you go. And now I'm going to find video of the incredible lightning storms in Venezuela, which happened at nightfall. Like, that's very interesting, considering where it is within the magnetic anomaly. It's very interesting. Right, give me a second. Okay, here's a nice long one. Just give me a sec. No. Okay. One second, I'm just trying to find a good one. There are so many, by the way, it's hardly surprising. And so you have the mainstream saying 200 nights of the year you have these storms. And then you have people in Venezuela saying more like 300 nights. Like, fancy globelings. Diminishing something they cannot explain, because, by the way, they can't explain it. The globelings can't explain it. Yours truly, it would take me maybe 10 minutes of thinking to find a way of explaining it that could then be tested, you know, and then you test it and no, that's not the correct explanation, or test it like, oh yeah, that is the right explanation. You know, like testing a compass with metal things, turning the metal things and seeing how it affects the compass without bringing it closer or farther away. No, tests. Right, so give me a second while I pull up the right window. Let me see. A bit. Yes, here it is. Good. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. Right. And I'm just going to chat whilst we watch this. Catatumbo. On the edge of the river. Catatumbo. Hey, is it paused? Right. You have these storms. Like, that's interesting. Angel Fire. Yeah, so anomalies in Brazil, yes. The anomalies in that region, absolutely, because of where it is. you know, in terms of what else is going on, like the magnetic anomaly. Look, this is the size of the magnetic anomaly, which on the Earth, on the Google Earth, is it's only like this. The size of the magnetic anomaly is this. This is the size of the magnetic anomaly. It's huge. Well, wait, let me redraw it. Like so, it's almost like a big, horrible, scary, smiley face. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was drawing it on my map whilst you're watching the video, but never mind. I have it in one of the maps in Patreon. Gasly, you're always on this late, Antonio. No, I've been on much later at times, but no, recently I've been on earlier. Yeah. Okay, no worries. Ninja Master Bro, no worries. I've done that before. One of the reasons I showed that big, bizarre error, you know, if copy pasting and then going in and changing what you've copy pasted is an error, from 196 million miles to 1.9 million miles, that's a pretty big gaffe. You know, that's a pretty big error, if you want to call it an error. So when I make a mathematical error, like looking at kilometers instead of miles, oh, okay, it was an error. Can you explain this area from 196 million to 1.9 million? So yeah, don't worry about it, dude. I'm going to play it again because it's so cool. And then I'm going to stop streaming and show you what I was doing on the map. Tesla's Apple, you're right. A few of us have rubbed Bob up the wrong way. Huh. Yeah. Oh, I'm the poor guy. Do you know, now I'm thinking, and this goes to you, Richard, if you think clearly, dispassionately, you know, not with emotion, at Mike Kavanagh, you see that's a retarded person. It's a mentally retarded person, like a developmentally retarded person. Like, you know how a 14-year-old can do quite complex math? Well, but a 14-year-old will throw a hissy fit. There's never any food! And why don't I always get more shoes? Or whatever, yeah? That's Mike Kavanagh. That's a perfect person to have as a patsy. Yeah, Flat Earth Reset, you heard me right. That guy is a patsy. Scientifically, yes, Truthing the World. Scientifically, makes some really cracking observations. That's another channel that I never get notifications from. Would you put a link to his channel, please? Just so I can go there right now and just to save me some time. Yes, Aaron Dover had some interesting ideas on lightning, but he took it too far. Yeah, you have to take it to as far as you can. You'll never know how far is too far if you're not willing to go too far. I read that recently. It makes me sound really like, ooh, but I read it. I think it was Steve Jobs. Human sheeple. Mike Kavanagh refuses to eat the bacon that you bought. Interesting. Yes, not just crazy, but it's so Texas Apple. It's not just crazy. See, there's crazy, and then there's adolescent crazy, and there's a different type, and he's the adolescent crazy, but he's not an adolescent. He's literally developmentally retarded, and he doesn't. When you look clearly, you go, oh, geez, my God. You know, like here in Britain, there's Dolly Daydream. That's another one. Of course, there are people who are adults who look normal who are developmentally retarded. And there we have Dolly Daydream here in Britain, and we have Mike Kavanagh over there. And then we have Rhett Rhetoric in the US on the Globe side. You know, that guy's developmentally retarded. Yeah, Aaron was a cool guy. Yeah, how come? So, Momi, right, those Venezuelans don't get striked by that lightning. You think there'd be a massive death toll in Venezuela from lightning. Maybe the Venezuelans are charged in such a way, you know, because every day they're discharged, thanks to this lightning, that they don't get striked. I don't know. But that's a perfect place for a charlatan to take, a Christian charlatan, to take a bunch of ignorant Christians on a flight. So we're flying to Venezuela. Go to Venezuela. Oh, the power of Christ is compelling me to manifest lightning. And then, wow, night-long lightning storm. All those people, that's it. They're done. Yeah, the power of Christ compels you. I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Because I thought because I read the book, which is creepy as heck. If you read it as a teenager anyway, it's a creepy book. Because you know the part where, oh wait, is it in the film? I think it might be. I don't remember quite. If there's a part in the film where there's a tape recording being played backwards of the girl going, and when it's played backwards, it's the devil speaking backwards through the girl. Okay, and only when you twist the tape. Well, in the book there's that, but it's written backwards, so you have to read just a bunch of gibberish letters, but you see enough, they go, huh? And you start reading backwards, and it's the devil, you know. Your mother sews, your mother cooks socks in hell, and all of that kind of stuff. But so when the priest is like, the power of Christ compels you, it's like, hey, why is the power of Christ compelling him when you're saying it? Why is it not compelling him when you're not saying it? In fact, why did it not compel him to not invade that girl, if that's what happened? Anyway. Leonel de la Torre writes, we can see the sun downfalling in the Buenos Aires coast sea, for example, and that's impossible. Because you see, Buenos Aires looks to the east. They shouldn't see it going down. They should only ever see it going up. There's a video from, one second, I'm just giving a wrench out. There's a video from Ushuaia, from Punta Arenas, where there's a hotel that films and records 24 hours a day, and they have this. It's online. You can watch the videos, And you can watch videos where, I've forgotten when it is in the year, because I spent hours and hours looking through footage, but there's a video where you see the sunrise, and then so it's looking out over the ocean and this coastline, so the horizon is broken up by coastline, okay? It comes into the frame from the left, goes down towards the ocean, and then there's more coastline that rises up, and okay, so you see the sun rising between the two, and then it kind of stops rising, goes behind the outcrop or the island, but not rising, just moving sideways, and then start rising again. It's interesting. But hey, interesting things with the sun. So many interesting things with the sun. Just wow. And more people are seeing them. Globelings. Globelings are seeing them. Lots of globelings. Like, two suns? The heck is going on there? That's not glare. Yep. And it's going to happen more and more regularly. Yes. Okay. So, Sasha, I just saw your message. I will do. I'll also up there. Also show you the shape of the magnetic anomaly. So, magnetic anomaly shape. Okay. This shape. That's the shape. I hope you can see. That's the shape of the magnetic anomaly. Here. This is where it goes in. Okay. Comes like this. Sometimes it comes out towards South Africa. Okay, but like this, comes down, goes up and back. This, where it joins here, this is Venezuela. This is where that lightning happens. So picture the day field coming over, coming across this region. So this side is day and this side is night, okay? So coming across pretty quickly around here, and then goes down, goes with, and then, pretty slowly around here. And then faster, and then here, pretty fast, and then slows down. This is where I've got bunched up longitudes, slows down. Oh, maybe using my hand it wasn't so good. So I'm not. Okay, this side is day and this side is night. So comes, whoop, you're not going to see anything. Day, night, here, okay? And this is where the magnetic anomaly comes into South America. That's where the storms are. I hope you enjoyed the little miming that I did. Flat Earth British channel is back up, by the way. That, I have to say, I think that was hilarious. Catalunya, a couple more times. Catalunya, Catalunya. There you go. Dirty Sasquatch. Clear your screen. Don't know what you mean. So Ricos Vaticus writes, don't know who to. Stop propagating garbage. We need exploration, not another fantasy built from the luminaries. Maybe talk to somebody who's building fantasy from the luminaries. Because you see, magnetic compasses are not luminaries. As for full exploration, go ahead. Go ahead. Rune Thorson, am I the only one suspecting a stunt? Oh, with what? With full exploration, maybe? was all there. You had the end video up on the screen. Ah, right, okay. So, human sheeple writes, well, there has to be an average of about 10 trillion volts in a bolt of lightning. You don't think the dielectricity can bend the light? Certainly can. Peter and Pete made a pretty good video, and you thought that light was electromagnetic. Watch it, it's very good. I do wish they'd go into the Z-Man effect, just to round it off, to really round it off. Richard Archer, dude, I must be developmentally retarded too. Your mother cooks socks. Well, I don't want to, you know, be rude. I never thought or heard of that one, I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Right, guys, I'm gonna get going. I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry about the glitching at the start. I don't know what the heck is going on with my OBS. Sometimes it works fine, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when it works fine, my laptop doesn't. What are you going to do? But yeah, that's it. Thanks a bunch, everyone. Go over this if you didn't see the start or the meaty portion. Go and watch that. You see, looks like that those oceans are right according to, well, academics who study the oceans, and the oceans that they study don't fit on the globe. The globe just don't talk about it, because you see, the globe is only a propaganda side for a certain type of mentality. Then you got the real scientists, like, forget that. No, you know, like the scientists who worked with the War of the Beams. Forget Earth curvature, dude. We're working. It works. Well, I can see that. By the way, I have a pretty cool camera coming, and I watched a video earlier today that made me think. By Execrate 2000, made me think, oh my god, that's it. That's the end. That's the end. This video is showing 150 kilometer distant mountains from 1 meter elevation, but it shows something. I thought, that's it. That's it. So I'm looking forward to having this camera. Right, folks, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm bursting for the toilet. So thanks a lot, everyone, and ciao. Adeu.